Hi everyone, just want to make a really short video to just say essentially thank you to everyone who have been turning up for 1.0, I guess. We launched 1.0 last week and the reception for 1.0 has been amazing so far. So many people turned up for the release stream. I am like overwhelmed over how many turned up to the release stream. I think there were like 90,000 people or something watching during the release. And you know, there's been crazy numbers on our YouTube channel, and on Steam, our concurrent number of players have been over the weekend has been like 160,000 or something like that, which has been crazy given that our previous record was like 34,000 or something like that. So that's insane. So thank you everyone who's been a part of this journey during early access, and everyone who like turned up for 1.0 and have been playing ever since. We're so glad that you're all enjoying the game. I also wanted to make this video to talk a little bit about what we're working on next, which is resolving these like major hiccups that came with the launch. You know, no launch is perfect, and ours has been really good in terms of like stability and all this stuff. But there are of course some people that are still running into issues, and our #1 priority is resolving any crashes that people are running into. And any like major game-breaking bugs or anything like that. That's like what we're focusing on first and foremost. We released a hotfix last week, and we have another hotfix coming up next week to resolve some of more of those like lingering crashes and whatnot. In the description, I'm going to link a Reddit post that we made that sort of touches on some of the common known issues that are currently in the game, and there are a couple of workarounds for some of these issues, so I do highly recommend checking it out if you are running into issues. But I will address a few of those in this video. There are a few things you can do yourself to sort of mitigate some of these issues. So first thing you should do is always verify your game files if you have like any weird installation issue with the game. Next up, if you're having any GPU related issues, you should also try and update your drivers for your graphics card. You can also try and install studio drivers for your graphics card. Sometimes those are a little bit more stable. And you can also try and clear your shader cache, which depending on your graphics cards, they will differ on how you do this. You're going to need to look that up yourself on how to do that. And one particular crash that we see a lot of people getting that there are some workarounds for is something with like related to like shader pipeline cache crash or something like that. And there are a few things you can do to try and mitigate this issue. First thing you can check out is if you go to the saved folder in the local app data directory for the game. I'll leave like a link where you can find that in the description. If you find any files with the upipelinecache extension, you can safely delete those. And you can also try and removing any folders that have the name cache or config. Sometimes that also resolves it. You probably might want to back them up just in case. And please, when you do this, when you're fiddling around with this, please be careful, because this is the same root directory as where your save files are stored. So please make sure that you're not accidentally deleting your save files. Just bear that in mind. And you can also try and disabling or enabling DirectX 11 or switching to any of the other rendering APIs. And there will be instructions on how to do this in the description. Next thing I want to mention is that when we launched 1.0, a lot of people noticed that some languages were missing in the localization for the game. And the reason for that is a lot of localization in Satisfactory has been community driven. And since a lot of people in the community haven't played 1.0, there are no translations for a lot of languages. A lot of people have shown interest in doing community driven translations, and we're very grateful for that. We really appreciate you all for doing this. So as time goes on and as community are updating languages, we will be adding that back into the game. So don't be too disappointed if your language that was fully supported before suddenly disappeared. Over time, these will come back. But I do want to mention though that we have increased our officially supported languages, and those are English, French, Italian, German, Spanish, Japanese, Korean, Polish, Portuguese, Russian, simplified, and traditional Chinese. So those languages are now officially supported. Another typical issue that people run into is like an error message, something like plugin couldn't be loaded or module is missing or something like that, which is most likely due to mods. So mods are not officially supported in Satisfactory, and since 1.0 came out, that will have broken every single mod that existed because the mods were developed for the older version of the game. So mods will not work until the modding community has gotten around to updating all the mods for the new version of the game. And they're working really hard on this, so let's all give them a good cheer, and hopefully they will get this resolved in no time. But yeah, mods will be broken up until the mod creators have updated the mods for 1.0 essentially. And you'll need to uninstall mods up until then if you want to play the game. There's one issue that I've seen a couple of times where people have loaded the save files and there are like buildables missing. If this is the case, please go to our QA site and make a ticket about this, upload your save file to that ticket or link your save file to the ticket so we can take a look at that, because that's something that we're currently looking into. Oh, squirrel! You guys can't see it, but there's a squirrel over there. Oh, so cute. And of course, there are many other issues, and I know that like you're gonna be like, why didn't you mention this issue that I'm running into? But yeah, there are plenty of issues in the game currently, and we are gonna get around to a lot of these. But right now we're focusing on like the major hitters first and foremost. And when it comes to issues in general, if you do run into any problems in the game or want to leave any specific feedback, the best place to do this is over on our QA site, questions.satisfactorygame.com. Please post there first and foremost, because anywhere else, if you post it on like comments for this YouTube video, on Reddit, on our Discord, it is going to disappear in the void. The question site or the QA site is really the best place to give us this feedback. So please go there. And when you do make posts on the QA site, please try and give us as detailed information as possible on how to reproduce the issue. If this is an issue that like immediately appears in your save file, then also consider linking your save file. That helps tremendously, having an actual save file so we can just load it up and you know, being able to reproduce it ourselves. Because if we're not able to reproduce the issue, we are not gonna have a good way of resolving that issue. And if you run into crashes, hitting that like upload crash button really helps us a lot. You can even add a little bit of text in the crash reporter explaining sort of what was happening when the crash happened. Please consider doing that as well. One thing I also want to mention in this video is that we've added a little bit of a bonus thing for everyone who participated in the early access version of Satisfactory. So for anyone who purchased the game during early access, you'll get access to a little bit of like a tiny little customization thing that you get access to in the hub for your character, and so you can put in your railgun and stuff. So we just want to give you that. But one disclaimer here is that people who have been playing on Epic, for some reason there's like a little bit of an issue on the back end, so that might not appear immediately for you guys. We are working on resolving that, and I'll post like on socials and whatnot when this has been like fully resolved, so that everyone will gain access to it. But don't worry, we know who you are. It will show up for you guys as well. Just give us a little minute. Just give us a minute, and we'll figure it out. So yeah, before I end up this video, I just want to mention really quickly, just make sure that you guys heard the news, and that is that Satisfactory is coming to console. So our friends at Fish Labs have been helping us porting this game to the latest generation of Xbox and PlayStation. So it is finally happening, y'all. We're gonna release the game on console. A lot of people have been asking us about this, and we can finally say yes, it is coming to console. But we don't know when fully yet. It's a little bit of to be announced, I guess, because we currently don't know when it will be available. But we'll let you guys know, so stay tuned for that stuff. And with the console release, we're also going to try and bring over proper controller support from the console version to the PC version. So both versions will have official controller support. And same thing there, I don't know fully when we'll have fully functional controller support on PC, but that is something that we intend to do. And that was sort of everything I want to say in this video. Really short, quick kind of catch up. It's good to see you all again, and thank you everyone who's been supporting us throughout this journey. It's been amazing working on this game, and it's dawned on me that like, yeah, we finally did it. After being in early access for more than 5 years, we finally did it. And we have all of you to thank for that, for being with us during all this time. It's crazy. So thank you everyone for playing the game. Thank you so much for watching all these videos and hanging out on stream and all that stuff. We will catch you all next time. So until then, take care.